Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of Pat Baer's Wrestling Club. I'm Pat Baer, and this is a video where I'm going to talk about a topic in wrestling that I want to talk about. Is this going to be an ongoing series like Pat Baer's Anime Club? Maybe? Question mark? I don't know. I legitimately really don't know if this is going to be an ongoing show. We'll talk about it again at the end of the video. Let's get into the topic. The topic that I was like, I need to make a video about this. I want to talk about this. Let's talk about the Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling Next Gen Tournament 2024 prediction. I am going to be predicting the winner, my pick for who is going to win this whole tournament. And we'll talk a bit about what the tournament is here. But first, I'll just bring up the image. Here we go. The Next Gen 2024 Finals is happening on November 22nd. Japanese time, so it'll be look it up. It'll be there. It'll be streaming on Wrestle Universe. Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling is a female promotion. There are sometimes non-binary folks that come through. Quite often, there have been non-binary champions in Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. And sometimes there are dudes, generally of a comedic nature. You will see dudes come in. But it is primarily the Joshi for ladies. And the Next Gen tournament started in 2023, and they had a banner crop of 6 incredible debut talents where, like, the least interesting was still really good, all the way to future champions, probably. And this year, they decided to do the tournament again with 5 of the 6 from last year and 3 of the debuting wrestlers from this year. And our finals will be Toga versus Haru Kazushiro, who were both in their second year of wrestling. We've got Haru, who is 16 now, debuted as a goddamn child, and Toga, who is still young at 21, but is certainly not as young. Both in the finals here. Unlikely that we would see both of them for different reasons. We'll get into that in a bit. We have not seen the matches they won, the semifinals they won. We do have some still photos, and we will see that by the time this video comes out, a couple days from then. When it goes out live, I'll put a link in the show description of this video. But right now, we just have the images and we know the results. People saw it live, but it wasn't live streamed. So here's Haru's unlikely victory. In the photo up here, you can see a shocked expression on the face of Wakana, Uehara Wakana, who won the tournament last year and was the odds-on favorite to win this year, as far as fandom goes, because she is a great wrestler and is an unbelievable talent in many other fields. And they just took her to America for a Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling in America show. Like, they obviously believe in Wakana and her international appeal. And she lost to Haru, the teenager. And that's wild. Unbelievably wild. A bit about Haru that I'll tell you right now is that Haru did not win a match in 2023. A singles match, I should say. Did not win a singles one-on-one match in 2023. Out of 14 singles matches, she won 0. This year, she has won 7, and 2 of those 7 have been in this tournament. She still lost more singles matches than she's won. Haru is a goddamn underdog, and we'll come to that in a bit. Meanwhile, Toga. Toga's won some, she's lost some. She is a powerhouse-style wrestler that is very popular with a very certain demographic of fans, and in general liked. She fought in the semifinals Kira, who is another power wrestler. Kira, who was a dark horse to make it to the finals, much more than Haru, because she was representing the 2024 class and is in some ways the standout. Kira, who you can see just on the floor there in this photo, is Australian and is the first foreigner to go through the Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling program, training program, I should say. And she can speak English and she can speak Japanese. She's doing her best. And another thing I'll say about Kira, because I don't know when I'm going to talk about this, we'll just say Kira is 26, is married, and has a child. And we know about that through official channels. And in the world of wrestling, where female performers are often treated and the approach is like the idol programs in Japan. Knowing that she's married is wild. Knowing that she's a mom is also wild. So we know more about her than we know just about anybody else in that company, and especially for debuting wrestlers. I just don't know when I'm going to be able to talk about that otherwise. Toga, like, makes a lot of sense. She's a no-nonsense wrestler. She's got a great elbow that looks like it fucking hurts. Would make a lot of sense for her to be in this position here. And if we look at the tournament bracket that we have here, she beat Himawari, which was my pick before the tournament started. I was like, Himawari is going to win this whole thing because she came in second last year in the finals against Wakana. This will be her year. Himawari came in with experience from Actress. She fundamentally a very funny person and a great performer. So she's like guaranteed to be in the mid card forever, but could easily jump up. She's small. She's got a great look. She can work really well as a comedy, and when the time comes to be serious, she can do that too. And then also, she is an actress. She has done things outside of wrestling and has stage presence right away. She does not look like she debuted in Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling in 2023 at all. We saw Kira in the bottom. This is a small photo of Kira there. Beat Shino. That was unexpected because nobody really expected the 2024 group to move it on to the semifinals at all. But Shino's life is pain. That is part of her character in wrestling. Haru beating Uta felt like that. Yeah, all right, that's going to happen. Uta is a little older, but a little smaller and greener. And Uta's got a long life of being a fun gremlin that they might push, but probably will just... Uta at some point will go to another wrestling company and work there, is my long-term prediction for Uta. She eventually will graduate from Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling and then just work at a bunch of places. She'll do a bunch of stuff for small, weirder, independent wrestling companies all across Japan because she's always going to be able to draw money. And then we have, who lost in the semifinals, Wakana, the odds-on favorite in this tournament. She was going to beat Chika. There was no way she wasn't going to do it. Now, when I talked a little bit before about, because I still haven't said who I think is going to win, what my prediction is, but I want to give a lot of information about this so you can see where I'm coming from. A big thing in Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling 2024 is underdogs making it happen. It's a little weird for me to say that Miyu Watanabe is an underdog because she has been put forth as this incredibly strong woman, this like crazy, sometimes crazy-eyed, but mostly really positive. She's in it to be an up girls. She's a singer. She's a performer. She's a hard-hitting wrestler. It is wild for me to say that she's an underdog, but she defeated the ace of the company. So if Miyu Watanabe is beating Miyu, then that's an underdog story. And that happened this year. We also had from the same like age generation, Daisy Monkey, big underdogs. Suzume and Arasu, big underdog energy. They won the tag belts. They won the tag belts off of a senior of theirs that is been there forever, been tag champ before, and someone from another company coming in, independent, I should say. And so it wasn't the biggest challenge, the biggest hill, but when one of those wrestlers that you're overcoming is Anaki, one of the Rio Mizunami, one of the like the mid boss. You know what I mean? Mid boss is a little bit like the boss right before the final boss. Like it's a hill to climb. Losing to Rio is a big vote of confidence in a singles match. If you're in a match with her and you're losing, that means they have faith in you in the future, which Haru has done. So when I talk about underdogs here, I'm talking about that they have been making a push for that. They have been pushing the underdog stories. Because as I said, Haru just started winning singles matches this year. Didn't have any wins over her, even her own rival. In last year, she lost to her teen rival, who's not even in the tournament this year, because Runa is on indefinite, I should say, not infinite, but maybe indefinite hiatus. But that's the girl that was her age that she came in together with. She lost to Runa. Haru was just winning once was huge for her. And now she's in the finals. So when I look at it from the larger stories that they've been telling this year, when I think about it in that way, Haru winning makes sense in that it's telling this underdog story. She might get a title shot out of it. She's going to lose. She's not going to be world champ. She's not going to be princess champion. But she'll have the opportunity to make that match. Haru could main event a show in 2024 or maybe early 2025. That's wild and incredible. Like that's a real possibility. And on the other side of it, you've got Toga. And Toga rules. Toga's just like a great wrestler. She does the rock bottom, and it's believable. She's got presence. She's got fight in her. When she's got this like smile that she's like embarrassed a little bit that people are cheering for her, that's very endearing. Toga winning is great for Toga. Haru winning is great for Haru and Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling and wrestling. That's right. I'm using hyperbole here and saying that Haru Kazushiro winning and becoming the next gen champion is good for wrestling. To have a 16-year-old who got into wrestling. Look, some people get into wrestling because they've washed out of another athletic thing. They saw an ad for it. They were approached by someone in a gym because they have a good look. Any number of things. They went viral for some athleticism and a wrestling promotion came calling. Anything like that, right? Haru Kazushiro got into wrestling because she loves wrestling. She saw Maki Ito and said, I want to do that. And she's living her dream. And that's a better story to me than Toga's a good wrestler. Again, it will be great for Toga, and it will be good for this generation and the next generation of wrestlers. But Haru is good for everybody. A Haru win is what's best for business, to steal a phrase. And that's my pick. Haru Kazushiro is going to be the next gen tournament final winner. If she gets a title opportunity, whichever one it is, tag, the international princess, the regular princess, she's going to lose, but she's going to win this one. And it's going to be real good. Yeah, so that's my prediction for the Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling Next Gen Tournament 2024. I will find out if I am wrong or not. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a follow-up video of this in 2 weeks and be like, oofta, Toga won in 13 seconds. What was I saying? Huh? But we'll find out. And as far as, is there going to be an episode 2 of Pat Baer's Wrestling Club? I don't know. I definitely could talk about this, and do 26 of these a year. Probably. Will I? I don't know. I feel like this is like when the mood strikes me. Pat Baer's Wrestling Club will happen. It'll be a Monday. It'll come out on a Monday when Pat Baer's Anime Club is off, and we'll kind of play it by ear. It could be anything. I like talking about wrestling, and I hope you do as well. If you have ideas for topics, you can let me know in the comments. If you have thoughts, who do you think is going to win? Do you watch Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling? Should I do a video about how I even got into this company and how I'm even watching them legally by paying money, a monthly fee and all that? Talk about Wrestle Universe and all that stuff. I guess I could do that. I don't want to be a shill for Cyberfight, but I like Wrestle Universe a lot. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this. Is this a thing? Like, I don't know. Is this the only episode of Pepper's Wrestling Club? Who knows? But if a bunch of people watch this, I might make more. Thanks. See you in the next one, maybe.